Hey everyone, Jonathan here. Sorry for the interruption to the video. I just wanted to take this moment to just say real quick how much I am enjoying doing these videos and doing YouTube. You know, when I started a few months ago, I wasn't sure I wanted to continue to do it. I just was trying it to see what happened. But I really have enjoyed it. So for the last couple of months, I've really been getting into it. And because of that, I've decided I'm going to put a little more effort into my presentation. I have a new mic now, so hopefully my voice is going to be clearer. We're going to have less background noise. I'm trying to work with all my filtering settings, trying to figure these things out. Looking at getting a new camera next and maybe some new lighting. I'm adding some background material to make it a little more appealing of a setting, including my girl here, Sydney, from my books. That's the cover of my third book of my trilogy. So just wanted to drop in and say, even though I haven't gotten a lot of comments or feedback, or almost none actually, and just a few views, I thank folks who are taking the time to take a chance and watch what I'm presenting. So I really appreciate that. So we'll get back to the video, and no, this doesn't count against my 7-minute news clip, my timer on my news clip. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let's get back to it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, I am Jonathan, your host here at QuickBird Gaming. Thanks for joining me for another video. First video in the new year. So I hope you all survived the holidays. I did as well. Got my trusty new Nebraska hat from my alma mater, so I'm ready to dive into this. Today we're going to be covering 7 days of gaming news in less than 7 minutes, 29 December through 4 January, covering this last current week. And since I'm on the clock, let's get into it. First up, I have to talk about Marvel Rivals. This game is just absolutely kicking ass right now. It surpassed 20 million players within just a couple of weeks of starting and is still going strong. And now they're getting ready to start their first season, as this article published, it was actually yesterday on One Esports, shows that they're getting ready to start their first season. If you scroll down, they talk about, they said that the current season 0, the opening is going to end on 10 January, and the new season will either start right away or sometime within a day or so. Most people are thinking the 11th, so a week from Saturday, or this coming Saturday, not a week from. And you can see that this game is still racking in 400,000 players daily on Steam. It is going strong, and it's going to keep going strong because this is what they're introducing in the next season. The Fantastic Four, and as I understand it, Ultron is also going to be featured. Look at these character models. These are great. That's why this game, if they can pull this off and keep adding this level of content over time, it is going to keep going. And even though the game has had some hiccups, I know people have had high-profile streamers like Charlie over at Moist Critical talk about how they're having constant crashes playing. I know that you can see that developers are still working with the player base. This article published on Dual Shockers on 3 January on Friday shows that they had an accidental ban wave going on, that people were getting banned for reasons that weren't really cheating. They've worked it out, and now they're starting to unban people. They've admitted their mistakes, and they're trying to refine their anti-cheat system. There's going to be hiccups in a game like this kind of massive game out of the gate, but the way NetEase seems to be working with the players and at the pace they're releasing this game, the terms X so-and-so killer get thrown around a lot. People have called this an Overwatch killer, and I'm not sure a lot of people believed it up front. The more this goes on, though, the more it's looking like that thought process is gaining traction. It's too early to tell, but NetEase is on the right track here, and we're going to see where this goes. Next up is this article from IGN published on Thursday, 2 January. And the title reads, Half-Life 3 rumors ramp up after G-Man voice actor issues cryptic tweet, his first in years. Now, the voice actor for the G-Man, Mike Shapiro, apparently has not done anything other than reply tweeting since 2020. And now for the first time in years, he has issued an actual tweet talking about just kind of leaving this very vague statement that a lot of people have interpreted as a potential lead up to, Half-Life 3 announcement. Now, Half-Life 2 just had its 20th anniversary. Episode 2 was in 2007, so it's been 17 years since Gordon Freeman and Alex were kind of left in a precarious position, and there's been nothing since, though some behind-the-scenes footage from Valve have shown some Half-Life games that have never advanced or have been canceled. So if this is true and a Half-Life 3 game is in the offing, that's great news, but too early to tell. Always with the teasers. Also from IGN, published that same day, is this article, and man, I don't know what else to say about Ubisoft. Steam users are review bombing Assassin's Creed Origins because Microsoft's Windows update has bricked the game. Now this happened back in November, and something that Windows uploaded just absolutely tanked a whole slew of Ubisoft games. There have been some patches that have fixed games for games like Star Wars Outlaw and Avatar, but Assassin's Creed Origins still has not been fixed, and I think the Steam user base has had enough, and they're just going whole hog and leaving all kinds of negative comments. Now, I mean, this one isn't wholly Ubisoft's fault, but man, these poor bastards are picking up right where they left off at the end of 2024, opening 2025 with an L. They cannot get a break. Look, I said this in a previous news video, so I'll say it again now. If Assassin's Creed Shadows does not overperform by a lot for Ubisoft, I think they're finished. I think they're not going to financially recover at this point. So this is kind of their last chance. This article was published on Games Radar on Tuesday, 31 December, and I have to say this one really does make me excited. Ambitious Skyblivion project is nearing completion with only one region of Oblivion left to remake in Skyrim's engine. If you talk to Elder Scrolls fans, a lot of them will say that Oblivion and Morrowind were much better than Skyrim in terms of questing and character interaction, the story and the lore and everything. But the advancements in gameplay in Skyrim, I think, of what have kept it so present on the gaming scene, that and all the modding. So being able to combine that and remaking Oblivion in Skyrim's engine is really, really cool, and I think it's really exciting. I am really looking forward to this. They are, if you read down through the article, they have finished 8 of the 9 regions, and they are still on track for a promised 2025 launch, which to me is amazing to see this. We saw Fallout London this last year as a big conversion mod, and now this. So that's going to be really neat. There's a video linked here, the path to release. It's a good video. I'll link it in the video description as well. And finally, just the subheader of this article says 2025 is going to be a huge year in gaming. You bet it is. Finally, I'll touch on this article from Eurogamer, which was published on Saturday, 4 January, and it says Notch has basically announced a Minecraft 2. Now, this was a result of a poll he posted over on Twitter on the New Year's Day, and he basically said he's working on a roguelike game at the moment, but then asked if people wanted him to pick up a spiritual successor to Minecraft, and you can see the two options there on the vote. You go back to the article and you read down, and about 78%, or about 4 out of 5 people, said, work on Minecraft 2. And he says he's amenable. Now, obviously, this is something that may never come to fruition, and he's got non-compete clauses for the Minecraft property with Microsoft, who now owns it. But, considering what he made here, it'd be interesting to see if he squeezes out something in 10 years. I'm not going to hold my breath, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. And there you go, folks. 7 days of gaming news in not quite less than 7 minutes. Blame it on that guy who interrupted up front. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. Please consider leaving a like. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment down below. In fact, I'll ask a question. Is there a major news story I missed this week that you think I should have covered? That gives me an idea of what I can cover in the future. We're in a new year now. Welcome to 2025. So you all go out there and live your best lives, and you all stay gaming.